Welcome, guys. It's Jackal family here. Jackal and my sister Peanut. We're going to be going over her first place skirmish list. This was Vynnset. She took to the Clovis Cards and Comics um, skirmish. It was actually her first skirmish she's ever been to. Me and my brother second. Really cool, really fun day. She ended up taking home the Marvel Bolton, which was a beautiful card. I love the treatment they're doing for the skirmishes and stuff like that for the Marvels. I think they're really good. And then she ended up getting to choose her mat. She picked the Blade Saint mat, which was all white. It was like a white with the holla in the middle of it, like swinging her blade, right?
Yeah, it looked like with her blade and red streaks going through it.
And then my brother actually won the door prize mat, which was Sword or Soul Master Shrine or something like that. But it's one of the newer cards. I forgot what it was. He was super in love. I'm not a warrior player, clearly, neither is she. So we don't remember the name of the card.
Not me.
Yeah. So, but she got the hollow map. He got the other one. We got the Bolton. It was a good day. She went undefeated, which was pretty crazy considering she just recently started playing Runeblade. I think you've been playing Runeblade for like 3 months.
If that, whenever the Sage decks, the first and second chapter dropped.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah, because it was Viscerized when you started. So yeah, it's
Yep.
whenever first and second chapter dropped is when you started your Runeblade journey.
Yep.
And started on Viscerai, which had a very Viscerai is the aggro version of most of the Rune Blades. Why did you go to Vynnset?
Honestly, well, I thought Runeblade in general was way like a little bit too complicated for me. But since Sage was on the cheaper side to get into, I picked up Viscerai just to try out a new class. Um, but since I started playing Flesh and Blood, I always had this interest in the shadow talent. And so I'm like, well, I learned Viscerai pretty quickly, so I'm gonna go try out Vynnset and just ultimately that's my new favorite deck right now.
That makes sense. As I said, this is Vynnset. This list falls heavily in the way Viscerai would have played. Viscerai was more like I'm going to go 2 chains tall, where this one does similar things, where you're still going 2 chains, but not both of them are tall. You're like one. Your first chain is super tall, and then you might send a second chain for like your flail. But
Yeah, it's a possibility.
it's more focused around. I like this list specifically because it's more focused around setting up just big unmanageable numbers that the opponent has to really think about how they're going to get the effectiveness out of their cards for blocking, and then she throws the pummel in to add even more disruption. So on top of the split damage and that decision making, now your decision making about what card, if you even left a card in your hand, is going to be, or if there is a card left in your hand, what card is it going to be? How are you going to shape your turn? Can it's as being on the other side of it, if you get hit with one of her really good setup turns, I want to say you can't climb back out of it. It's almost impossible in this format to climb back out of getting hit with a 13 attack with 6 rune chance and a pummel on top of it. I mean, even if you knowingly know, like she like shows you the pummel, you could block your whole hand and still probably not come back from it, just because it's so much damage being pushed through all at once. I've seen turns with her. We went through a lot of testing together, and I've seen turns where she's double besieged or double besieged into an envelope of darkness, sending 6 plus a rune chance on top of that with the pummel. And the turn before, she blocked out efficiently with her reduced to rune chance or sigils of suffering. and was able to continue to just pressure any. It felt like any list. Even I was playing Ira, and she was able to continue to pressure with this list as soon as it started rolling, just continually. It's almost like it's like a bicycle. As soon as the wheel started turning, the motion kept it going.
Exactly.
Um,
And
do you have any like particular thoughts about this list? Like anything special you did, like anything specifically special you did to shape this list?
honestly, after looking at a lot of other like in general Runeblade lists, I noticed they were either using a lot of Go Again in the deck list itself, or they weren't using it like at all. And I personally like having the option of being able to shape my turns into, do I need one strong tall attack, or should I send two smaller attacks in that turn? And
Yeah,
so I feel like adding in the Go Again with the Mauvern Skies and having the boots opens up that chance to do so.
yeah. The Sutcliffe suede hides. They're basically just they're mini creepers. They're really good for a
Yeah,
common. I mean, they're the attack reaction, pay one, destroy this target attack action card. Gets go again. Activate only if you played a non-attack action card this turn. Super cracked. It's basically creepers. It's a one-type use creepers. Um,
exactly.
I like it a lot. Big thing for me, I don't see a lot of arcane defense. I see you've got Spell Void 2 and AB2, but I don't see any polarity, and I don't see any Oasis. So, what do you like? What was your game plan into heavy like arcane classes?
Honestly, that was one matchup that I was actually kind of scared of because throughout the past 2 weeks, I was looking at it, especially when we started testing and with the Wizard and Runeblade matchups. I was trying to figure out a way to either, I guess you can say, race them before they can blow me up, or try and figure out a way to add in one, maybe two more pieces of AB into the mix so I can at least survive long enough to set up.
Yeah, you do run a decent blue package, but I don't know if I'd run. It's hard to say I'd run AB3 with anything that's not playing like a heavy blue package, right? Um,
Exactly.
that's why I do like the spell void, like with the Ebonhold and stuff like that. I think that honestly, I don't know if personally I don't play the class, so I wouldn't know. But the most I could see you adding would be like a polarity. That way you could,
And I also thought of that.
yeah. That's just like
Uh,
I just the I don't see the list being able to be crafted blue heavy because you're not dumping your resources like other classes normally do.
yeah,
Your resources really go into like you don't really even have to pay like beseech is zero. So envelope
exactly.
is
Like the only,
one. You can crack your chest to get your envelope done. So like the most you're ever really paying into are your pummels. Um,
exactly.
so yeah, I like the way I don't think honestly after like reevaluate I don't know if you would go heavier other than like adding like if you were just absolutely scared of the mage matchup, but we tested enough to where you were winning enough to where you didn't really matter. But I think like the most you would add would be like a polarity or two.
Exactly. And I thought about trying to figure out how to fit at least one in, but it's like at the end of the day, that would just clunk my deck up too much and ultimately make me have like a downturn and not have enough resources to set up what I needed.
Yeah, no, I get that for sure. Um, so your run wasn't easy either. It's not like she
No.
had like a simple run to the top. She actually ended up having to face, like, just to name a couple decks, like she faced OTK Florian, which was being piloted, in my opinion, by the best Runeblade veteran in our community, right? Like, I can't say that. I can't say that. Nate is also in that bracket. Shout out Nate.
Yeah, they're like tied.
Yeah. So Tim plays really, really well, like Runeblade really, really well. So he's up there for being one of the best Runeblades, I'd say at least. I don't want to
Yeah,
say he's the best in the valley because I've played against Nate and they're both really good. So
exactly.
uh, I think, you playing into another Runeblade and then beating that Runeblade was, that speaks a lot because I watched that game. At one point, I mean, he had to send his stack because he needed to stay in the game and he needed to disrupt you. So he sent his stack early to disrupt you, and you still clawed back with a bigger turn. It's like almost off of a 2 card hand. You came at him with a, like, it was like 4 rune chance and an 8. So even it's you just it feels like you've crafted this deck to where once it starts rolling, if you know how to pilot it correctly, you can have it just steamroll things, like absolutely demolish things. I would say that it's more of a combo deck, but when you're playing against it, it feels like an aggro deck.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, but some of her matchups again, Florian, OTK Florian. She had to play Ira, best deck in format right now, easily. But numbers prove it, and they just run one Jakarta. Um, Ira just
Really,
won
that's what one?
Jakarta. Yeah. Yesterday, Jakarta for Sage was Ira. So
Wow.
yeah, she's hitting the bench. But shout out to my boy Fi, and my boy Alex who played Fi. He actually went into this tournament kind of like down because he wanted to play Ira, and then like Ira's cards like spiked for, like, all right, this is supposed to be an inviting space. We should not have rares that are $20. That is just ridiculous.
Exactly. That's just
Like,
wild.
Sage was meant to be like the cheap pauper form, and now you've got like $80 to $100 Sage decks. And I'm like, this is,
Yeah.
oh my god. So he stayed on his champion that he had been piloting, which is Fi, and it took him all the way to second place. Homie walked out as second
Yeah.
place. It was great. He ended up beating me. I was on Ira. I'm a shitbag. I know. He beat me out. Like, easily beat me out. I don't say he walked me, but like lower game, his game plan was just better. He sent better numbers. Um, and then yeah, so it's like it was really a shout out. Just wanted to give Alex a shout out. Fi is still relevant, still a really good deck.
Yeah.
She but yeah, so she went into Ira, Florian. She beat out she beat out her husband KO. That was a funny match because they were actually duking it out, and like she blew him up with a pummel, dude.
He tried
She
so hard.
she blew him up with a pummel. It was crazy. It
Uh,
was a good match. But yeah, very fun day. I think, as we talked about, I really like this list because it does go tall. It goes very tall, and it adds
very.
disruption while blocking out pretty efficiently, and creating those
Yeah.
rude chants. So it's almost like you're benefiting for blocking, which is crazy. Like you would rather them attack you that way. You can play the reduced rune chant. You can play the sigil of suffering. Um,
Exactly. Blocking is almost necessary to set up in this deck.
yeah, yeah. And yeah, so she went all the way undefeated. And I think I think it's really good. We locked in after on Vynnset after Rotterdam kind of confirmed that she could be a top 5 hero, and we locked in real hard, and she tested her fucking brains out, man. She
Yeah.
tested so hard. We played every matchup I could think of, and she's super prepared. She came to it really well, and for being her first skirmish and taking it undefeated, that's crazy. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
You hardly can say that about new players because there is definitely a learning curve in this game. And she
Game is
was
not for the weak.
no, definitely not for the weak, but she definitely, she picked it up and played it, man. She went against some of the hardest players in the valley and took it down. Is there anything like, as said, you want to say about like specifically the deck at all that you liked more than other lists?
Mm, I honestly like for this list, as opposed to the other list I've seen, this deck can easily go, as you said, like really aggressive when needed, like against the Florian matchup. While it was a little bit harder to set up my turns because I had to take out my defense reactions, I was still able to use what was in the deck to become more aggressive and ultimately win that round.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
And
I just read putrid stirrings that made me almost puke. That's disgustingly good. That's
and
that's so good. I was
yeah,
literally like it's on the screen. I'm just wide eyed at it. Like what the hell? Like that's you got so much damage in this deck. No wonder you like. Yeah, as I said, she did well. Like she crafted this super well. It's doing super well. Not much. I don't know if I would change anything on my end. What if on your end you were saying maybe more A B? We agree maybe a couple of polarity, but I don't even know at that point. I honestly would say just kind of race them and then nip at them when you can with
yeah, and
the
then I would probably
with
like
B.
with the Deathly Delights just focus more on those to gain the health
Right. You would be
to
trying
have
to
that cushion.
offset their math as much as possible,
Yeah,
basically. Um, fun day all around, fun skirmish.
it was amazing.
I literally did terrible. I got bubbled out of top four with Ira by my fucking brother. Uh, but it was cool to see everyone do well and have fun in a Sage format. And again, just congratulations on this being your first skirmish and then taking it undefeated. That's yeah, that's people can say that's luck. People can say that's whatever, but that's all of that is skill and time put in and work that you've done on this class to understand and how to pilot this deck. And I just wanted to say that it's a really big deal to do that well, and concession, just be able to go undefeated, um,
Yeah,
at a bigger tournament like this. It's not like we're doing an armor report or something, right? Like this is a skirmish we're talking
yeah,
about. Like so to go undefeated at that level of event is something to be really proud of, and we're really stoked that you got first place. And her husband, my brother, definitely loves the marble, I think, more than she does. Um,
oh, hands down.
but it was, yeah, I think it was all around a good day and good experience. If you're looking for a deck that plays really has really good numbers. I'd like to say, if
Yeah,
you're looking for a deck that has really good numbers, that wants to present your opponent with questions through damage, this is the deck for you. I would say this is a
exactly.
very good build. Um, I'm not going to go through each card or anything. I'm going to link the deck list down below. You guys can check that out. Check her ratios out. See how you like it. See what you would change. But I think going forward, it's a very solid list for Sage. Um, eager to see what Sage turns into after the benching on the 27th, I believe. But it's for now very very strong. And I think Shadow only gets a little stronger because we're getting who you really want to play back, which is Chain.
Yep. I am so excited for him to come off that bench.
Yeah. So we're gonna be getting Chain back. I'm eager to see what type of bans come with that because that's
Yeah.
something they said that they will be doing is balancing through banning. So
Yeah.
interested to see that, but not pessimistic about it. Not pessimistic. I think Chain is
Exactly.
inherently always going to be a good hero, and when they've already announced when a hero goes back on the bench, cards can come back off the ban list. So
Yeah.
it's very possible that you see cards go and then come back when he's benched again. We all know he's not making it past one more. He's gonna get one more season
Yeah,
and then
he's
he's
not
gonna
gonna make
bench
it.
again. He's gonna get benched next time again. It's just how
I
it
got 3 months
is.
to have fun.
Yeah. But yeah, congratulations on your first place. If you guys
Thank
are looking for a good Vynnset list, I'll link it down below. And thank you guys for checking us out, and appreciate you guys watching. Later.